after the Pahalgam attack that we will not spare anyone who's involved, not just the terrorists, but their backers as well. Sanjoy, let's discuss the drones that you were talking about. You said HAROP is the latest one. Please take us through these terminologies. Range, warhead, seeker, what does this mean?
Very simple. The range, that means wherever you fire it from the Indian side, it goes 200 kilometers.
So HAROP has the range of 200 kilometers.
HAROP has that range of that kind of kilometers. Warhead, 16 kilograms. So 16 kilograms of TNT is serious business. When you hit a radar, it will be in shreds. There'll be nothing left of a radar. Now the HAROP is a very effective weapon. In fact, when we bought it some time ago, it was almost a secret that we had bought it. And they were kept in one shed in one place. Now, we had about 60 of them at that time, 60 or 65, I can't remember. The HARPY, the HARPY is also very effective. We have the HARPY. And the HARPY, again, you see, this is the kind of warhead you have, 16 kilos. And this is an anti-radiation missile.
I'm assuming the range is also 200?
Yeah, it's also quite a lot. It's an anti-radiation missile. An anti-radiation missile is ideal to hit a radar system. Ideal. Then you have a mini HARPY. Again, with a smaller range, that will be for the launch pads and so on. Smaller warhead. Now that can be used for anything. Again, these are very, very effective weapons. And if you have weapons as effective as they are, the HARPY, the HAROP is not something many countries have. And it's not a weapon that is given to many countries. And if it is used today, it will be very effective.
Can you also take us through the features like we were discussing earlier? It's a loitering munition, you said.
What happens with loitering munitions? I thought only the Air Force had it, but now the Navy has it. And what we heard yesterday, that the Navy's loitering munitions were also used in the attacks on the terror camps. That's what we heard yesterday. Now a loitering munition is fired. It is in the air for a while. It's in the air for a while. And then, let's say, they see a tank moving or a whole lot of tanks moving, 5 or 6 of them. Off it goes.
Maybe we can pull out that image. Yes.
Coming now, Shreya, because this is very important. This is the S-400 Sudarshan Chakra that has played a very, very important role today. It is the air defense system that has been deployed, and this is what has really worked. The systems were fired against the targets moving towards India, is what sources have told us. All of these targets were successfully then neutralized in the Operation Sindoor 2.0. So India is very well prepared, because if any such firing or misadventure happens from Pakistan side, the S-400 is very much there. And it's not just the S-400. There are several such systems that we have which can successfully neutralize any such threat.
Absolutely, Madhav. You know, the fact that this says moving towards India, and that is the crucial point here. Anything that moves towards India to try and destabilize it, to try and target its civilians, will be dealt with the Indian Armed Forces. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the proof that all targets were successfully neutralized in Operation Sindoor 2.0, which is the air defense radar systems in Pakistan. Those have been completely destroyed, completely damaged by the Indian S-400 missile system. And that goes on to reflect, Madhav, that, you know, we are on point, we are sharp in our strategy, we know where we are targeting. If you escalate this further and bring it on to our civilian population and, you know, try and ghirao us from all sorts of territories and borders, we will make sure that we give you a befitting response. And this is an example of that.
Absolutely.